We are with Kofi Anoah. Amoah. We are with Kofi Anoah. Kofi Anoah, you came from Ghana. And who are you exactly?
Well, Kofi Anoah, that's my name. I'm from Ghana, and I am a social worker who believes in children and social development. So having worked for government for some time, I decided there's more I can do out there because I believe in research and intervention.
Yes. Why are you here in Racin in Charleroi?
I am in this beautiful country because I realize that there are people that care so much about the development of people. I can see it in the lives of people, and I think these people can join us to do more for the less fortunate children and communities, the poor communities in Ghana. We can do a lot together.
How is the situation in Ghana on a social point of view?
It's a very bad situation where we cannot rely on establishment anymore. But we as a people need to come together with our friends from other parts of the world to make it better, because what we believe in is coming together can make our world better without thinking of establishment.
You need certainly help, but what kind of help?
Well, we believe people coming together. There is so much in Europe and other parts of the world, and people have things that they actually don't need, and these things can change lives in Ghana. So we believe when people put together their resources, we know where the people need them in our country because we travel across the whole country to support people. So we want to call on, we see wonderful people like the Rotarians, the Lions doing so much in Africa, but unfortunately, sometimes they are not able to see where these resources go. So we as a research group actually know where the problems are, and we want to reach out to these people to support them, and not just supporting them, but giving feedback to our partners that join us to do these activities.
Yes, but you have a government that is supposed to be honest.
We are supposed to have governments that are supposed to be honest. I call them politicians. Politicians all over the world want power. Once they have power, they forget about the people. And we are there to talk about the situations, to remind them, and also to start our interventions and make them feel guilty.
You believe in the children, but what is the position of the children? What is the position of the families of the children?
What we do is that we just do not support children without supporting families. We identify communities in our rural poor communities, and when we are able to get the children out of poverty, abject child poverty, we sponsor them to school, and then we think of what to do for their families, usually their mothers. So you can find our activities in rural poor Ghana where we invest in their economic activities like farming or other activities like processing of food. And we've done it for some people now. We have currently 4 blind students in university that we are supporting. One of them we have built a house for, and we are supporting their families to make their lives better.
Yes, but on a political point of view, I think that Ghana a rich country?
Ghana has all the resources.
Yes, I am sure.
And for me, that is what I keep talking about. Raising awareness and letting people understand that Ghana has all the resources, yet we go as a beggar nation to other countries that have no resource. The fact is that in time past, our governments consistently have sold out our resources. So we remain a poor beggar nation that is seen to have resources, yet we are not even able to use these resources to develop our people. And we believe human resource development is the best thing. So we are calling on all now through our advocacy to invest in the people, because the asset of every nation are its people.
Do you think that Europe can help you?
Of course, Europe has so much to do. We are learning from Europe. And the things that we do is we travel to Europe, we see how they are able to do it, and then we try to educate our people to let them understand that the government cannot do it. It's we the people. This is how Europe is being able to do it, to get out of poverty. Now it's our time to get up and start doing something. So ours is advocacy. Where they pretend not to see the problems, we show them that this is the hard truth and we have to do something about it if we want to be like the other countries in the world.
Well, I am sure that you're not appreciated by the authorities of Ghana. Are you not afraid by the problems?
I am a social worker. I have a role to play. My duty is to talk about the truth. Journalists cannot talk about it. Well, at least we are researchers. We see the problem. We can talk about it. What are we afraid of? We would talk about it until they do the right thing.
And the journalists are not free in Ghana?
Journalists in Ghana, most of them, they go by our stomach. We don't go by our stomach because nobody pays us for what we do. That is the big difference. So they want to tell stories that will make politicians happy. So from one government to another, they buy the journalists. Only a few actually speak the truth. Those who speak the truth belong to the opposition. But once their party also comes into power, then they have to change the other way.
Do you say that the journalists are corrupted?
Well, I would tell you very much on authority. Well, you can quote me anytime. There are a lot of journalists in my country that are corrupt. That is why Ghana remains poor.
Yes. Do you think that the future of Ghana will be better? You are here to support a singer, GLB Rhythm, who defends perhaps Ghana. It's a way to defend Ghana, the fact that GLB Rhythm sings.
He is a wonderful singer, and I believe message in music can change the situation. This is why we want to team up, and of course, Ramdam Music, we can see there is some kind of strong association, and together we will raise awareness on these issues and make the situation better. That is the only way we can do it, because you can change the situation by convincing people, just like the way politicians go out convincing people. Unfortunately, we are not politicians. We believe in action, and that is what we want to see done.
You see that in France there is a new president, Emmanuel Macron. Do you think that he will have a position, that he will have a rule to change the situation in Africa?
It depends on the individual. He's not come in. Depends on the kind of plans that he has for Africa. You understand? And the way I see things, it's just like in Ghana, you have people who come with wonderful, brilliant ideas, but there are people surrounding these people that I call the kingmakers. The kingmakers are the ones who show things that should be done. All right, the policies that they put in place. The president is an individual, but he has people around him that made him a president. If these people are corrupt, trust me, they will corrupt that leader.
And then you are in Charleroi. Charleroi is a city. It's on a cultural point of view. Charleroi is very interesting. Do you think that one day you will meet our Lord Mayor, Paul Magnette, our Lord Mayor? Do you think that the fact that you meet a mayor of a city like Charleroi, it could change something? It's a little thing.
Definitely. These people are in position of power, and our stories are not known. Our leaders go to international conferences to read scripts, and they get standing ovations for things that they actually do not know about. But when an independent person who knows the story comes to talk about it to someone in responsible position to change it, I believe that person can bite harder than our politicians. So I have faith in that. And don't forget, there are people like the mayor that meet other people, they attend donor conferences, and they talk. They talk, and it is the talking that brings about change. So I have confidence that people like that can change the world.
You have a little interview on a little radio, Ramdam Music. Our program is titled Racin, Ramdam Music, Charleroi International News. The fact that in that program we speak in every language except in French. We speak sometime in Japanese, we speak sometime in Chinese, we speak in German, and so on. Do you think that a little radio, of course, a web radio, Ramdam Music, is we can hear Ramdam Music, we can listen to Ramdam Music on the net. Do you think that a little radio like Ramdam Music could change something?
Radio is powerful. Radio is spreading information through music, through other means. People are listening. It's the people that change the situation. So it's the message that radio station is giving, the message that is going to change the situation. So we believe that more radio stations that come to talk about the real issues, we will see change. So the more, the better. Advocacy is key. It's advocacy that can change things. And I believe radio has results.
And you are here to defend a man, GLB Radium. He works in the field of culture. Culture can change everything.
Culture changes everything, and culture is the mindset. You understand?
Culture is a message of peace,
That is it. And culture changes a lot of things. And for us, the reason we are suffering as a people is our values are changing. Our values are changing rapidly to the point that it's affecting economic development. Because now, if we have a system that we are shunning our cultural practices, the positive ones, in fact, and now we put religion in place. So instead of going to work to earn money, we go to church every day. How can we develop as a country? There's no way. So cultural values are so important. We lose our cultural values, we lose our heritage.
Yes. And in Ghana, I'm not a specialist of Ghana, I must recognize it. In Ghana, the cultural field is important.
Of course, our cultural heritage is so important to us. Like I said, that is what makes us a people. All right. So if we lose certain things, we can never be a people. We are totally confused. We don't have roots. And once you adulterate your cultural values, your roots are gone and you suffer for it.
Kofi Anoah, thank you. You have a Facebook page. It's titled On the Road with Amigos. Thank you.